Back in 2019, you guys sort of did this big rollout of GreenLake Central. This was a big push, kind of solidify your grip in the cloud market. Tell us how artificial intelligence and what you announced this week ties into that platform.
Well, the announcement we made yesterday in AI completes our vision and the execution of the strategy we have been through over the last 4 to 5 years, which GreenLake is our cloud platform where we offer edge services, hybrid cloud services, and now we're going to offer AI services. So in many ways, complete the entire portfolio, because in 2018, I stated that the enterprise of the future will be edge-centric, cloud-enabled, and data-driven. And obviously, AI is an accelerator of that data-driven strategy, and we made available an amazing set of services yesterday, with the leading service being the AI Cloud, meaning a public offer, so customers can come and privately train their AI models in the most sustainable infrastructure.
I am curious, Antonio, as to whether this is sort of a closed system, meaning for your customers, is this primarily going to be an interaction with HPE versus, say, an Amazon or a Microsoft, where they are using a lot more third-party companies and third-party products?
No, actually, if you think about the introduction of the first, what I call LLM as a service, with a deep partnership with Aleph Alpha, a German company, that really focus on giving the ability to customers to privately train the models, we expect this portfolio to continue to grow in vertical AI applications. Let's remember, Romain, that HPE has been on the forefront of training AI for a long time. Obviously, has been very specific to unique customers in the government or the academia or in the climate space. So we have deep expertise on how to train and tune these models. But we are open in HPE GreenLake for other companies to present their AI models so customers can consume it as a service. And I expect that we will have a relationship with 3 cloud providers, because I believe in the end it will be a hybrid AI model from training and tuning all the way to the inference.
Does this announcement, is this more about placating existing customers, giving them an option, or is this about attracting new customers, Antonio?
It's both. You know, when you think about our HPE GreenLake momentum, we already have 65,000 unique customer instances that support 22,000 organizations to manage more than 2.5 million devices. But what is interesting to me is the data, because in the end, AI is all about data. And today, inside the HPE GreenLake platform, we already manage 17 exabytes of data on behalf of the customer. So now we have exabytes of data, and we have exascale compute capabilities that we can bring to bear so they can really drive the insights from that data.
Most of the analysts, Antonio, that have been following this announcement have seemed to be relatively encouraged by what they heard, though there has been sort of a consistent drumbeat about the intense competition in this space and how HPE really fits in there.
Of course, there's competitions everywhere we play. I mean, you know, at the edge, at the core, we are a networking company with HPE Aruba, and we expanded that portfolio over the last few years. That business is on track to be tripled this year since the acquisition of Aruba. In the cloud, obviously, it's been a super competitive space, and yesterday we expanded our private cloud portfolio, and we brought automation to the platform in a heterogeneous environment. And AI will be competitive too, but we always start from the customer point of view, what problems we can solve in a way others can't, and honestly define where we play and how we win, with intent, obviously, to drive shareholder value, which is ultimately the metric that we are accountable to. So I believe HPE is very well positioned to do that.
Well, let's talk about shareholder value. What are we looking at in terms of the addition to growth, whether it's profitability or revenue?
Obviously, AI will be a huge boost of revenue growth, and we talked about this in the Q2 earnings, where we specifically call out in 90 days, just in Q2, we booked an incremental $800 million just for this type of AI workloads. Since then, our pipeline has grown now to over $3 billion. And so this is where you see the momentum accelerating. The reason why they're coming to us is because they know we have the capabilities, but also we have the trust. Trust is everything when it comes down to AI. And to build trust, you need to have model completion. And to have model completion, you need to have this capability. So we expect this business to continue to grow and drive profitable growth for our shareholders.
Well, as you seek to get a little bit more traction on this, particularly when it comes to revenue growth, is that going to be enough, Antonio, to make up for some of the lag that we've been seeing in the compute segment?
No, listen, last year the compute business grew double digits and we drove a amazing profitability. And we know compute tends to be cyclical. There are periods of times where you modernize and you add compute capacity depending on where you want to host the workloads.
Right.
And there will be periods that will go through digestion. But remember, GreenLake is an accelerator of our compute demand because ultimately that compute demand stays there for a longer period of time with higher gross margin and honestly, higher attach rate. So that's why we are growing the edge, we are growing the hybrid cloud, and now we're going to grow the AI together with the data. And compute will continue to be a very important aspect of our portfolio, but over time, the portfolio mix is going to go to those line of businesses just mentioned.